Oof. All right. Let's get back into it. Where is it? There you go. Kazumi. So, a lot of doom and gloom on this character. We will see. A lot of doom and gloom on this character. Rage. Recovery decreased by 6 frames on hit. This was rage drive. This was because she was actually able to be punished on her own rage drive. There were certain scenarios where if you hit the wall in a certain situation, and you were able to recover before Kazumi, and so fast as much as that you were able to get a combo off it, or punish her for hitting a rage art. It didn't come up often, but the fact that it came up at all was stupid. So it has been removed. That's good. 1-1 is now plus -3 on block, plus 6 on hit. This is fine. I think this is slightly unfair, but it gives her a use for her 1-2, which also got changed. Her high game is very good. She has one of the best jabs in the game. It moves her very far forward. It's about one unit, about 1 Mishi meter. So this is very, very good, and so it got nerfed because people were able to do 1-1, 1-1, 1-1 fear. You know, able to put the fear into people by just doing 1-1. 1-2-2 changed to +2 to +4 on hit. This is giving more reward for people who want to do not get a knockdown. So now instead of it being 2 points more, you're able to put a mix-up afterwards because you have a 13-frame mid. This makes this a lot more scary. So now you can do 1-2-2, stop moving. Next time you get the 1-2-2 punish, now they're thinking, oh man, I can't move. Now you got other mix-ups. 1-2-2, and then you're able to hit a low afterwards. Stuff like that. This opens up her game off 1-2-2. 2-1 comes out 3 frames. Move comes out 3 frames slower. Does it mean the startup of it comes out 3 frames slower? Does that mean it's 15 frames? No, the one comes out 3 frames slower. I don't know if that does anything other than maybe makes it more easy to hit confirm. I don't believe you're able to step it. It would make it parryable, I think. 3 frames, yeah, 3 frames gap would make it able to be parried, because a lot of parries start up in 3 frames. So that makes a lot of sense. It's still a nerf technically, but to be honest, I don't think I'll ever see this parried. 3-1, now opponent closer on block. So 3-1 was the negative one because it was mid-mid. You usually saw this for a screw. But I guess it's closer, so it's going to be easier to punish. Which is fair, because people use 3-2 anyway. That's fair. 1+2. Damage change from 8-8 to 3-7. So now it does 30 damage instead of 36. This is one of the best 1+2s in the game. What is this? 13, 14 frame punish? Frame punish. That's right. This is one of the best 12 frame punishes in the game. It's a knockdown. It's also useful in other situations, which is why it's so good. Right? It pushes you mega far away. And if you ever got a wall splat, then you're able to do stuff like this. So that damage got nerfed as well, but it's still very good. It puts you face down. It has a ton of utility, and this is one of the reasons why Kazumi was considered to be very strong in the first half of this game and on console, because this was a very scary situation to be in. 1 down forward 1, and then 1 down forward 1 1+2. So it is what it is. What else? Yes. 1+4. Damage change from 30 to 27. Active frames decreased by 5 frames. Recovery decreased by 22. And opponent closer on block. Okay, so a lot of the times I felt like people would run into this on accident because it was way after they were like, all right, now it's time to get in there. This will happen a lot less. On top of which, people used to do 3-2, and now you're able to get that for much more consistently, and you're not gonna get punished for it in certain situations because the recovery got decreased so much. This is fine because what this does over 3-2, so you get the down 2 afterwards, right? 3-2, down or 3-2, down 2, running 2, 3-2, down 2, and then if you're good, you get a running 2 afterwards. So you get to keep them locked down. Now you can do 3-2, 1+4 if you get it in time. And so you get a little bit of extra damage, but you sacrifice getting pressure afterwards. Kazumi got it bad? Yeah, I've heard as much. Regular Tiger got recovery decreased by 6 frames. Opponent closer on block. It doesn't push you mega far away, I guess, anymore. Yeah, it doesn't push you like half the fucking screen when you get blocked by this. That's fair. This was really stupid when it did that. So if you ever want to like switch the situation up, you want to like scare him. There you go. Now you're outside of range again. So it still does the same thing. It just doesn't send them full screen. Forward 3. What was forward 3 again? Oh, right. -8 trains from -7 to 0 on hit. Opponent reaction on hit. This is fine, largely because this is combo fodder. People only use this to combo. So if you got hot knee, right? So, man, I'm so bad at this combo because I hate back forward motions. All right. So, what's it called? This is completely fine. This is mostly used in combos. The reason why it's -8 on block is so that if you do 4-3 stance transitions in the middle of people's faces, then you're able to do something about it now. +7 on hit. I feel like maybe should have stayed, but who cares really? Because you're only using it for combos for the most part. Last Warrior back is now a thing. Can now be performed with forward, forward, hold. Huh. Sure, why not? You can do that too. If somebody actually hits this in tournament, I'll be super happy because this is really silly. You can just like you make something whiff and you go whoopah. That would be really funny. I think this would be hilarious. Jab, like just do down forward 1, elicit response. Oops. I did it too late. Anyway, you get the idea though, right? Recovery increased by 3 frames. Now Fearless Spoiler transition, so you get both of these. This is really silly. This is really silly. It looks really stupid. Fearless Warrior 1 now changed to safe on block. Fly 1. Fly 1. Mid now safe on block. Further away on block. Causes wall bounce on hit. So you're in this situation right here. Down forward 1. I'm gonna play this character and just fly around like an idiot. -10 on block. Okay, so it's a launcher though, and the reason why they did it is because this could possibly be used like a dandy step, like a sway back. I'm sad that you can't do it into itself again. That would have been funny. Homing increased. This is her quote unquote electric. So along with it being -10, its homing is also increased. Reaction on change hits. Doesn't look like it knocks down anymore. That's fine. I mean, come on. Cut me some slack. It still does that though, so it's fine. This is where it mainly was used for the most part. And if you want to use it in its old way, where you use Fearless Warrior 1, then it still has it's safe on block now, so that's better to use. Anyway, Fearless Warrior 1 plus 2 plus 4 on block. Farther away on change reaction on hit. I believe it knocked down on hit last time, but now it just is a hit and gives you plus frames. So this is your safe. What am I doing wrong? Huh. I was getting weird inputs. See, if I do... If I just let it rock, there are certain times where it'll give me the input. I wonder if that's a bug. I'll record it later and show my friends. That's really weird. It'll also override some of my inputs. If I'm trying to do 1 plus 2 in this scenario... It'll override some of my inputs sometimes, depending on when I cancel it. I have to see if that's a issue. I actually have to write this down somewhere so I don't forget. Oh my god. Because otherwise I will 100% forget. Kazumi step. Okay. Cool. What else? Fearless Warrior grab. Fearless command for during Fearless Warrior back 1 plus 2 to Fearless Warrior. Oh, because they changed this. They are also changing the input. So now it's just a regular grab input. Down 4-3. -9 on block. Plus 2 on hit. Farther away on hit. This didn't have much of a use in her game before because this exists. Now it has much more of a range because it's unpunishable. Down forward 1-2. Or down 1-2. -13 on block. Transitions to throw when hitting from the front. Oh, that's what she means. So you didn't see that move all that often because it's launch punishable. Now that it's -13, you might see people whiff punish with this. You're seeing in this range, right? It's outside of down forward 1 range, but it will be in down 2 range. So whiff punish. I could see it. Down back 2. Startup change to 23 frames. A little bit slower. It crush highs, so that's more in line with a lot of the other lows that crush highs, other than like Dragonovs. Damage from 15 to 18, so it does a little bit more damage for a little bit more or less speed. Recovery on block for both players increased by 3 frames. So more people have the opportunity to react to the second hit a lot faster. Change from 0 to -3 on hit. Homing increase. So homing increase, so people can't step away from it. It's a little bit more like Dragonov's actually in that sense, and doesn't really give you much on counter hit other than the combo, right? So this is a little bit more like Dragonov's now. It's a little bit slower, but it does a little bit more damage as well. It also gives the opportunity for opponents to react more to the next hit. This is much more low parryable. It's also on -14, so it was only +5 on hit. So if you get this to counter hit, right, you're in a +5 situation right now from -8. So she got nerfed in that scenario, in that situation. I don't like it. I don't think this should have been nerfed. I didn't think this was too good, considering she has down back 4 and down back 3, which both hitboxes got nerfed. But other than, yeah, wow, that is a very apparent nerf. But down back 4, still stature kick. It's still stature kick. It's still insanely good. This is still one of the best lows in the entire game. So I'm not too afraid about this. -5 to -11 on block. Hunting Hawk is more worth doing. Sick. It's just the last hit though. Opponent on block was changed. I think they might have been left crouching, so it's just a while standing 4 punish. Okay, that's fine. Depending on what character it is. If it's Fang, it's fine. If it's like characters like Leo or even Kazumi, you might not want to do it. Same thing with their other Hunting Hawk. This leaves you standing though, so you get an 11 frame standing punish. A 4-4 jump start changed to 9 to 13 frames. Jump state. I don't know why her Hobney needed to get nerfed. It wasn't a very good Hobney. It was probably one of the worst 4-4 launchers in the entire game. There's a lot of situations where you were in this range right here and you wouldn't be able to get the punish, right? Almost nobody has this problem right here. She does. This is now absolutely one of the worst launches of 4-4s in the game. Hop kicks. I mean, in general. 4-4-2 recovery on block both increased by 4 frames. Opponent's reaction on block was changed. They don't do the keel over animation. Okay. Whatever. Different reaction. Overall the same as a move. Forward 4, homing decreased. Yeah, this is funny considering that Kazuya's got buffed. Kazuya's axe kick got buffed. Man, I'm so bad at this combo. Anyway. Approach enemy. Throw damage on wall hit changed from 32 to 42. Timing damage is registered was changed. Oh, okay. So before, the last hit used to do the damage. So this 40. So this used to do 24. And then 40 damage. Is there like a way to like remove health recovery? I suppose not. Either way, when opponents killed with this move, it was really weird that they killed right there. They killed on this. They killed on the fall. Now they get killed with the last punch. It's a aesthetic change. Her damage on the wall now got changed to 32 to 42. So this got buffed on the wall. This got her command throw got buffed. That's crazy. Tiger's attack now attacks faster when the opponent's attack is received. Yeah, she got nerfed. She got nerfed.
But I don't think it's as bad as people think it is. I think she's still very good.
She's still a character that doesn't have to do a lot of decision making. This is still a lot of her game, right? 1, down forward 1, back 4, 1, 1. It's just when you do things like 1, 1, now you've lost your turn. So you can't fish for 1, 1, 2 knockdown as much. But things like this still exist in her game, right? I think she's still very good. I think a wall bounce is slightly contrived, but slightly. I'll have to check this and see if this is actually a change or if this is actually a nerf. Because if you look at my inputs right now, look at my inputs. I'm clearly doing 1+2 after this way. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So the input is not buttons. You can just hit forward. Okay, I fucked that up. I thought when I read the notes that it was the notes changed. The notes specified that you had to input both ways, but I guess not. And obviously, when you're moving forward, you're more prone to get something out since back buttons don't have anything. Anyway, I don't think this character is still very good at what she does. She's not as good at everything else. I expect to see less down back 2. This used to get used a lot. I expect to see it less or see it used in a more nuanced situation, as well as down back 4 being good now, or being much more of a go-to button, and still being one of the best slows in the game because of its counter hit properties, right? You can even get 1+4 now afterwards. So there's a lot of good use here. That's Kazumi. I think she's still pretty good.